In our health alert tonight, 10 people have now been sickened in a multi-state outbreak of salmonella that's been linked to ground beef.
So far, 8 people have been hospitalized and 1 person has died. No single common source has been named yet, but the CDC has identified the type of salmonella, and it's a strain that's often found in cattle.
Our chief health editor, Dr. Nandi, joins us now. And Dr. Nandi, what strain are we talking about here?
Alan and Glenda, it's called Salmonella Dublin, and it's a dangerous bacteria. In fact, when it infects cattle, it can cause serious disease and death. And when folks get sick with this strain, they can have more bloodstream infections and longer hospital stays. Unfortunately, Salmonella Dublin has increased in recent years, and the infection can be difficult to treat because of antibiotic resistance as well.
Dr. Nandi, what exactly are bloodstream infections and how do you get it?
So, Glenda, when people ingest or take in salmonella bacteria, it colonizes in the intestines, and it can then spread to the bloodstream if the bacteria invades the lymph tissues in the gut. And once it's in your bloodstream, it can infect organs and body tissue like the tissue around your brain and spinal cord or the lining of your heart or valves. To show you how serious this is, most salmonella infections usually have a hospital rate of 20%, but so far, this strain has a rate of 89%, which indicates that these illnesses may be far more severe.
You know, Doc, a lot of people probably wondering right now, I know I am, should we just avoid ground beef until a supplier is actually identified?
It's a great question, Alan, but the CDC is not asking people to avoid ground beef. Instead, they're stressing safety, so here's what you need to know. First of all, to avoid possible germs, don't eat raw or undercooked ground beef. Also, after handling ground beef, wash your hands thoroughly for at least 20 seconds and scrub anything that came into contact with the meat with hot soapy water. Also, when cooking, use a food thermometer. Your meat is considered safe to eat once the internal temperature reaches 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And finally, refrigerate or freeze your raw meat within 2 hours after you buy it. And once it's cooked, please eat any leftovers within 3 to 4 days. Now, Michigan so far has not been listed in the multi-state outbreak, but it can take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks before an illness is reported. So please take extra precautions while the CDC investigates. And of course, if we know anything, we'll let you know right away.
Yeah, some very important information there. All right,
Absolutely.
Doctor, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And if you have a question or a health concern for the good doctor, you can email him, Dr. Nandi, at askdrnandi.com, or be sure to send it to us on Facebook or Twitter.